AI is completely changing the way we use software. Instead of going through our favorite tools and clicking over here and doing a lot of things, we can now tell ChatGPT and Claude exactly what we want, and it does the work for us. For email marketing, that means creating automations, analyzing results, and even sending emails. Let me show you what that looks like. Over here, I have my email marketing account and I can create a new campaign if I want to, but now I can go to ChatGPT or Claude and say, create a campaign that offers 10% to all customers. I hit enter. So within a minute, it has created this for us, a whole campaign. If I go to campaigns, over here, from today, 10% off, a little thank you, enjoy 10% off. Let's take a look at the email itself. Look at this, all on autopilot with one prompt. And if I want to send it, I just say, send the campaign. That's how easy it is these days. So let me show you how to use AI to get more out of your email marketing tool and increase the revenue of your web shop. If you don't have an Omnisend account yet, you can go to ferdy.com/Omnisend, hit enter, and you can sign up for free by clicking on start free over here or over here. Then you can sign up over here, fill in your details, confirm your email account, fill in some more details, and then you can get started. If you already have an email list, you want to migrate it towards Omnisend, that can be free, that will be done for you. You can go over here to migration from Klaviyo, MailChimp, Yotpo, or another tool, Git, or any other tool. And then you can walk through this process and it will be done for free. If you already have an Omnisend account and you want to link Claude or ChatGPT to it, let's go to ferdy.com, hit enter. Then search over here for Omnisend MCP, hit enter. And then you can click over here. And then there's a link, the Omnisend MCP page. If you click on that one, it's very easy to connect Claude or ChatGPT with it. So let me show you how to connect both. Let's start with ChatGPT. So in order to connect my account with ChatGPT, I click over here and I go directly to the right page within ChatGPT. So the only thing I have to do from here is click on connect. I click on sign in with Omnisend. That's what I will do over here, log in. ChatGPT want to have access to all your info. I click on authorize access. It needs that in order to read things and write things for us, so we don't have to do it ourselves. And that's it. Now let's take a look at how to connect Claude with Omnisend. So I go to a Claude account. Then I click over here on connect with Claude. Then I get some instructions, pretty straightforward. Over here, I click on my name. I click on settings, connectors. Then I click on add a custom connector. The name is Omnisend. And then over here, it says that there is a link URL, this one. I paste it here. I click on add. I click on connect. Now I log in and there I go. Claude wants to access all this. I click on authorize access and there you go. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Let's go back to ChatGPT. Now we can start a chat. So I click over here and I say, take a look at my last 10 email campaigns. Which one was performing best? Hit enter. Now I don't have to go to my Omnisend account. It will just grab the information from my account and display it over here within ChatGPT. I'm using the $20 per month account from ChatGPT. So there you go. So it takes a look at open rate, click rate, how many emails were sent. So here are some statistics, and then over here, interesting observations. Highest open rate, Fable 5 with Hexfield. Highest click rate, ChatGPT web design. So those are the people that are clicking on a link within the email. And then I get some feedback on how I can improve my campaigns. Now let's take it to the next level. Let's say I'm creating a new Fable 5 tutorial with Hexfield. So I say, create a super high performing email campaign about my new Fable 5 with Hexfield tutorial. Don't send it yet. That's all I say. One sentence or two sentences. Don't send it yet. It's the second sentence. I click on enter. Based on what have worked best so far, I lean on the outcome first rather than the technology. Creating a premium website with AI instead of Fable 5 and Hexfield. And then there's the text. Honestly, I wasn't expecting this. Here I should insert the YouTube video. So let's say YouTube. Let's use one of my latest videos for fun. Let's grab this one. It suggests the A/B test. I say, let's go for it. Okay, so I say, here is the link of the video. Do whatever you suggested, but don't send the email yet. Oh, I forgot the link. Here's the link. Next. So A, curiosity. B is outcome. Then it will send a small portion of the email list, option A, and a small portion A, option B, and the one that's performing better, that one will be sent to the rest of the list. So without going to Omnisend, I can just hit send right now, and then it will be sent. Well, this is not the right tutorial with the right email, so I will not send it, but this is how easy it is. I did not even have to go to Omnisend so far. If you take a look at this store over here, only this year, 2026, $3 million or euros in revenue. So I can go to all the statistics over here, but let's go to ChatGPT and ask a few things. And if you want help by that, you can go to the Omnisend MCP tutorial over here. I have a few prompts for you. And then over here, I say top campaigns by revenue. What is my top 5 email campaigns in the last 180 days by revenue? So before I did by opening rates, performance, now by revenue. So let's see what it comes up with. And if you want to have other prompts, over here on the MCP website, omnisend.com/AI/MCP, you can go to the ready-made prompts for beginners, intermediate, and advanced. So you can also try those or use them as inspiration or reference, because you can ask whatever you want. I will paste this prompt, hit enter. So here I get all the information, which campaign worked best with the open rate, the revenue, the click rate. So if I see what is working, I can maybe do that again. So what I can say, based on the email campaign from 20 May 2026, create a similar campaign and do a split test. Hit enter. So it took 2 minutes. Create the A/B campaign in Omnisend as a draft, it has not been sent. So the campaign name is Pet Supplies 30% off, original design audience preserved. So the same successful campaign is now, all those settings are the same with audience. So the two variants, test audience 20%. So when that is finished, then 80% will get the winner email. And it will take 4 hours before the decision will be made. So I will say test 10% of the audience. I have 50,000 subscribers, so 10% is enough. And make the decision time 1 hour. Because you need to strike the iron when it's hot. So there you go. So now if I would go, which is not necessary, but if I would go to my campaigns, it's over here. And if I want to, I could adjust it over here, but I can also do it from ChatGPT or Claude. So I can adjust the content from version A and from version B, then save it, or over here, if I'm okay with this, I just say, send the email campaign. This is super powerful. I can do all this from within ChatGPT or Claude. Okay, let's do another one. If I go to my website, monthly executive summary. Give me a summary that I can share with my team about what worked, what didn't work in the last month. So I go back to ChatGPT, I paste it, and I hit enter. So there we go. A summary of July 2026. We went 50% more in campaign emails this month, but the revenue fell 29%. Engagement declined significantly. So here are some statistics. I can say make a PDF out of it and send it to me. And then what did work and what didn't work and what can we do in the next month to become better, to have more and better results. So let me say this. Create a PDF with all this information. So 4 minutes, 3 seconds, your polished, client ready PDF is ready. So for clients or for your team. So let me click on it. You can also download it, open it like this. That looks nice. Revenue, orders, net list growth, revenue percent. So per email that's sent, I make €1.76. Performance overview, what worked, what did not work. So you can just export this, go to a meeting and share this with your team and then see how we can make things better the next month. I think this is amazing. We can take it to the next level. And what I can say now, over here we see the things that work, that did not work. So what I can say, all the things that can be done better, apply that. And if you have to duplicate campaigns, automations, whatever, and replace current ones, then put the current one on draft and start using the new ones that you created for a month. And after a month, give me a report of the old results, these we have right now, and the results that will be delivered the next month. And then it can be compared. And then make it easy for us that if the old results are performing better, that we say put everything back and that everything will be put back. So imagine how many manual labor that will be to duplicate everything, replace everything, adjust everything if you follow all the suggestions from the PDF. And then after a month, if it would not work, put it all back. And now you can do that with one prompt. I want to end with this. I have tutorials that are 2 hours about Omnisend. And the main reason is because automations. In order to configure those, set it up, it's a lot of work. Look at this. I go to new chat. I include Omnisend. And I say create an automation and a form that collects names and emails on the homepage, offers 10% off on the first order, and then create for 7 days the emails that are best in order to increase the revenue through those emails, through an email automation. That's it. I can dive into deeper details. This is it. So what I want is when people land on my website, they get an opt-in pop-up. If they fill it in, they get 10% discount. And then in the next coming 7 days, they get emails like, hey, it's still valid. Reasons why you should buy. What is the best product for this and this? But I leave that totally up to Claude or ChatGPT. So I hit enter and I will see what it comes up with. So it took almost 6 minutes. I grabbed some yogurt, a new drink, and now I've got this. So it has embedded the homepage form collecting first name and email, 10% off using welcome 10. So if I go to Omnisend, to my account, to automations, and then I see from today, July 22nd, homepage welcome 7-day revenue series with welcome 10. Look at this. This has been created by Claude or ChatGPT with one simple prompt. How do people get to this automation? Well, if you go to the website, you get the pop-up with your name, your email address, the 10% discount. Immediately when they subscribe to the form on the homepage that will arrive if I publish this, they get the first email with the header, your 10% welcome code is here. After a day, our best-selling picks for you. After another day, why shoppers choose my store. I could change it to the store of the name of my store. So every day in email, don't forget your 10% last recall, your final reminder. So for 7 days, they get emails all on autopilot. And when they buy something, they will be taken down from this list. So it's all on automatic pilot based on one prompt. If we want to, we can make it better. Like, hey, be more like this in the second and third email. I can adjust things if I want to over here manually. But everything can be done from within here. It even asked me, do we want to remove the current welcome series and activate the new one? All from within ChatGPT or Claude. And that's the big power. That's the change, the transformation we're going through, that within a short amount of time, we don't have to go to Omnisend at all anymore. Everything will be seen over here. You want to see the sales of the last month? Just ask it. You want to see how you can improve your automations or your campaigns? Just ask it. Want to create a new campaign or a new automation? Just ask it. And that's the power of Omnisend in combination with an MCP, which can connect to Claude or ChatGPT at this point. What we can do with Omnisend, we can get opt-in forms in all kinds of sizes and ways and on different pages and stuff. Then our email list will grow. We can offer discount, for instance, for our web shop. So we get more sales through that. Then we can send campaigns to everybody over here. We can do A/B tests, so it will perform better. We can see which results are working better and then send that email to the rest of the group. We can work with automations. So when people sign up and they are opted into our email list, we can send them emails every few days with discounts. So there's a bigger chance people will buy. And then there's such a powerful feature, segments. We can say when people are inactive, they have not opened an email for a certain amount of months or weeks. They have not bought something for a certain amount of days. They have not even clicked on a link in one of the emails in the last 3 months. Based on that, we can put them in a segment, and that segment can be linked to an automation. So let me show you one more very powerful thing. What I could do, I can create a segment. And there are a few pre-made segments celebrating birthday, so people get discount on the birthday, or inactive contacts. If I click on customize, look at this. This looks overwhelming. So here it says all contacts who are subscribed to this email account, to Omnisend, to your email list, but not in the last 90 days, not in the last 3 months. So people that are inactive for longer than 3 months, who have got at least 20 messages in the last 6 months and have not opened a message at least 5 times in the last 6 months, have not clicked on a message at least 1 time, on a link in a message, and have not viewed a page at least 1 time in the last 6 months. So this can be a segment, and then automatically, based on all the information within Omnisend, people will be put into the segment when they apply all these things. So they have not opened anything in the last 6 months. And then we can say everybody that enters this segment, then we can go to automations, create a workflow, should get this email or this text message, or they should get this discount. But now, instead of doing this manually, I can just go over here and I say, create a segment. Let me first write it and then I'll tell you what I said. So what I say over here, create a segment for people that have not opened an email in the last 90 days, place them in a segment called inactivity last 90 days, then create a workflow automation with 3 emails in 7 days telling them that we value them and that we want to give them 20% off. That should be the first email. Then the second email, 2 days later, remind them of the discount, show the best-selling products of our store and tell them that the discount is valid for 4 days. And then the last email, 3 days later, tell them that the discount is available for 24 hours and that it is increased till 25%. Last chance. Keep in mind, when you're selling physical products, of course, there needs to be room to give 25% because you still want to be profitable. If you sell digital products, then you can offer 70% discount and still make a profit. So keep that in mind. Physical products, be careful with your discount. And with digital products, you can knock it up to 70% and still make profit. So that's something to keep in mind. So if I go to audience segments, number 5 is the latest one. If I go to automations, homepage welcome is the last one. I hit enter or click over here. Let's see what it will do. And within 3 minutes, it created the complete win-back setup Omnisend as a disabled draft. So we can disable draft. So I have to publish it manually. So segment inactive last in the last 90 days. It has those 3 things. Email 1, send immediately. Email 2, send 2 days later. Email 3. And we value 20%. And then the last time, because there's 25%, there needs to be a new code, last chance 25. Anyone who places an order exits the workflow. So they do not get this email with 25% as soon as they use the 20%. So let's take a look. Remember automations, the last one is July 22. If I refresh this, win back inactive last 90 days. This has been created for us. If I go back to audience segments, inactive last 90 days, created for us based on what I prompted. This is so powerful. And look at this. We can see that there are already 71 contacts that apply to this. So those 71 contacts, this one is active, but as soon as I publish this automation, 71 people get into this workflow. And then from that moment on, people can start buying, and that will increase the revenue of your web shop. So those are a few things you can do with Omnisend in combination with an MCP linked with Claude or ChatGPT. Super powerful. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this will help you to get more information about your current account and in order to create things for you so you can save yourself a lot of time. And I wish you the best of luck with your business. Bye-bye.